Hello, my zesty babies. It is Lee, and thank you so much for stopping by Zesty Tarot. I am going to start a new category that is specifically for middle schoolers and high schoolers. The reasoning being because these are the critical moments of your lives, and sometimes you need someone to guide you through circumstances that you may not be comfortable discussing with your parents. Sorry if you hear the babies in the background. They're not my kids, it's my neighbors. The joys of having an apartment. But anyways, I just want to focus on a very touchy subject because as someone that has gone through the same thing, and I'm sure many of you may have parents that have dealt with this too. So you're like, what are you talking about? We're talking about bullying, okay? First and foremost, I want you to understand that you are not at fault for being bullied. I don't care what your bully says to you. You are not the problem. Whatever made them or developed them in a way to where they have to project their energy of hatred towards you is the problem. Okay? So I just want to put that out there because I know as children, we hear our parents tell us this. Baby, it's not you, you're the most beautiful person, and you don't want to hear that because you think that your parents are just saying that to make you feel better. But it's the truth, So we're going to go ahead and we're going to start off with an oracle. And we're going to see what the universe wants you to know. Okay? Sweet universe, this message is for all of my zesty babies out there that are dealing with bullying of any sort, whether it's by your own family members, classmates, even if you're bullying yourself. Excuse me. What truth do you have for the person that is watching this video right now? We're going to pull one card. I say that every reading, but I get so greedy and want to know what's going on, but we're going to stick with that. Just one card. Sweet universe, what message do you have for the individual watching this video that may be bullied or know someone that is being bullied? Okay. And right here would be good. Oh, can't take all those cards. So for some of you that are like, well, why are you using tarot? I'm not necessarily using this as a way of trying to predict your future. That's not what I'm here for. I'm here using my gift to help guide you through what you're going through right now, okay? Which is why I'm using Oracle to start off with. And then if I need any type of guidance, then, we'll take it from there. Okay, right here. See this? Be true to yourself. This is what the message is. Some of you may not understand what that means. What does it mean to be true to yourself? Especially when you have individuals that are in your face telling you that they don't like who you are because of said situations. They don't like the fact that you dress a certain way. They don't like the way that you're skinny and tall. They don't like the fact that you have a beauty mark on your nose or whatever the case may be. First things first, I need you to understand that you're not going to be beautiful to everybody. But also keep in mind, you're not going to be ugly to everybody either. Okay? You're going to have someone that is going to honor you for who you are. But let's go back to what we was talking about, being true to yourself. This means to be authentic. In other words, being genuinely who you are without any any apologies. We should never feel bad for who we are. Okay? And those that make us feel bad for ourselves, that's more of a them problem than it is an us problem, right? But yet we don't perceive it that way. We think when we hear the same thing over and over again, seriously, there's got to be something wrong with us. Because why would this person continue to poke fun at us or to make fun of us about this particular situation? To be honest with you, some bullies do this because they are, like I said, projecting their frustrations of what's going on at home. Excuse me. Drink my Ollie pop. Which is good for you, by the way. But just because you see them in a different light. For example, okay, my daughter is honestly the reason why I'm doing these videos. Because my daughter is being bullied. And she is the most beautiful little girl inside and out. But because she is hitting puberty, and because acne is not a friend to her or anybody, bullies like to pick on her. Okay? I am a single parent. And we can't afford to buy Supreme or all the name brand things. So they make fun of her because we, shop where we can. And a lot of the times, I go to this place called City Trends. And I allow her to do what she wants to do. She wants to be creative in the way that she dresses. That is a right of hers. But now she feels bad because these people are making fun of her. Now, let me get back on track. Okay? So she sees these individuals wearing these name brand things. And you might be in the same situation as well. You might have somebody making fun of you because you don't have the latest Jordans. Did you know that Michael Jordan doesn't even wear his own brand? This is a shoe that people will get into a fist fight about. A shoe that means absolutely nothing. Okay? Supreme, Adidas, all that don't mean nothing. Because guess what? You throw it into the washer, I don't care what setting you put it on, it's gonna fade eventually. So you know what I did for my daughter? I broke it down for her. We went through each website and we compared prices. Then I went to Chanel. Then I went to Gucci, Prada, Louis Vuitton. And her eyes were as big as moons. Because She saw the price tag. So truth be told, those same bullies that are bullying you right now because of the fact that you can't afford a pair of tennis shoes that said star is not wearing, throw it back at them and say, well, you know what? We're in the same boat. Because you don't have Prada, you don't have Gucci, you don't have Chanel. I don't see none of that. And that's not something that you could just throw into the washing machine. That's something that I believe you would have to take to the cleaners. I believe that is something that you would have to hold tight to. People like this are using said situations as a way to mask what is going on with them. Let's say that you have someone who is very good looking bullying you. First off, how I look at this, why are you so fixated on how ugly I am when you could just go off and be pretty? That is a red flag to let you know that there is something going on at home. That person is lacking to take the time to focus on you. I'm not saying that anyone is ugly, but you know how kids are. You know how people are. One thing's for certain, two things for sure. Please understand that hurt people hurt people. Because if your life was so wonderful, you would not take it upon yourself to make someone else's life miserable. If your life is great, if you're successful in whatever it is that you're doing, and there are no problems whatsoever in your family, you don't have anything to be afraid of, you would not take the time to focus on somebody else that is less fortunate than you. If anything, you would express gratitude for what's going on in your life. But to make a person feel bad for what's going on with them screams that there is something going on in your life that is not comfortable for you. Cheerleaders, jocks, these students are to be the face of their school. And unless it's actually reported, a lot of them get away with bullying other classmates. And they try to hide behind the fact that they are a cheerleader, or the football star, or the basketball star, volleyball star. But keep in mind, they will fight so hard to maintain that title of innocence because they don't want anybody to know what they're doing to you. Have you ever thought that maybe this child may not want to do any sports? Maybe they don't want to do cheerleading, and maybe their family made them get into it for whatever reason. Thought that maybe this was going to be something to kind of help them get out of their social shell, if you will. Or maybe they grew up hearing that they were beautiful all of their lives, that they don't realize that their own beauty is a downfall to them. Not hating on anybody beautiful, because beauty is skin deep. You could be the most beautiful person in the world, but if you have a heart of coal, you're ugly. Because it's about the spirit. It's not about looks. Okay? Now, some of y'all don't understand that yet, and that's fine. When time comes, you'll understand exactly what I meant by that. So don't think that I'm making fun of anybody who's beautiful, because no, that's not the case. But what I'm saying is they lack a personality because they've been told they were beautiful all their lives. So some lack a personality. And that said person might despise you because things come easy for you because of the way that you treat people. Because of the fact that you don't have to wear makeup. You don't have your mom in your ear, put this makeup on because you have a pimple. And you see what I'm saying? Hiding natural things that happen with the body with artificial lies. They could be jealous of that. Or the football star. He may be great to everybody in school, but he might be going through some things at home. See what I'm saying? It's always things outside of the school that shapes who you are. And this is why they say that it is very important to be kind to one another. We have too many kids out here that are shooting up schools because they feel misunderstood. Some, it is pure hate because they have parents at home that spews that hate to them. So they think that's the only way to be. But that's not how it should be. Being in middle school is definitely a hard transition. You went from elementary school where everybody got along with everybody. It was sunshine and rainbows. And then boom, you get to middle school and everybody turns on you. Or everybody is trying to figure out where they fit in. So those close friendships that you had in elementary school are no longer a thing because they find their group status. Some of you might end up by yourselves for a little bit until you find your own group. And that is okay. I personally don't see anything wrong with any group setting as long as it is healthy for everyone involved. But I'm not really a fan of the popular crowd. There are too many things that come with being popular. Okay? I kind of want to pull another one. So let's go ahead and do so. Strengthen your gifts is the next card. Sorry, I just sound all crazy nasty right now. I have allergies really bad. Strengthen your gifts. So this tells me that there are a lot of you out here that is watching this video that are extremely talented. But you're hiding away said talents because you are afraid that one of your bullies or your bully is going to make fun of you for it. This hits home for me. In my 30s, I was picked on really bad. And result of that ended up with me hiding from social media. Because I just didn't feel comfortable. But one thing that I had to understand is that you were blessed with these talents for a reason. You weren't blessed with these talents so that your bullies can make fun of you. If anything, your bullies are making fun of you for these talents because they are lacking in something. My daughter is an artist, and an amazing artist at that. She loves to watch anime. So she has illustrations of the Demon Slayer, Inuyasha, But then she was made fun of for watching that. You need to grow up, they said. Grow up. What does that entail? How does an 11-year-old or a 12-year-old grow up? So, if you are an artist per se, or if you have a knack for cooking or knitting or sculpting or fascinated with even cutting hair, don't let anybody steal your joy. You continue to strengthen your gifts. But don't just focus on external talents such as drawing or singing or acting. The talents of being compassionate. Excuse me. The talent of naturally being compassionate. The gift of being compassionate, should I say, not talent. Forgive me. Having a big heart is such a beautiful thing, especially in this world today. Patience is another gift. Being playful is another gift. As an adult, because we've all been told that we needed to be a certain way, we don't get to play as often as we would like. Most of us have lost our inner child, or at least we thought we have. Our inner child is dormant, sleeping, wanting for us to start playing. But we don't, because too many people got in our heads and told us that we need to grow up. So take advantage of these moments. There is absolutely nothing wrong with you. I cannot stress that enough. Okay? Pull one more, well, two more. Look, see? Joy, we were just talking about that. Express your joy. Enjoy your childhood. I don't care what your bullies have to say to you. Look at it for what it is. They are not happy. They're not. Going back to what I said previously, if in fact they were happy, they would not take the time to focus on what you're doing. There is a saying where it says that sometimes your spirit or your light will irritate their demons. Some people are just hateful just to be hateful. They're mean just to be mean. Don't even know why they're mean. That's just their you know, DNA. That's how they are. But you don't have to put up with that. Do you understand? You do not have to put up with that. The biggest thing that a lot of us were afraid of when it came to our bullies is retaliation. If I tell on them, they're going to beat me up. Or they're going to do this. Their friends are going to keep making fun of me. If it comes to the point to where they physically put their hands on you or physically insult you in any type of way, please trust that your family is not going to take well to that. Unless you are dealing with family that are doing this to you. But I do believe that somebody has your back. You have schools. There are guidance counselors. There are therapists. And hopefully the friends or the parents of your friends, you have somebody that you could turn to that should be there. And I understand that we are in dire times where people don't know how to communicate. They would rather use guns as a way of expressing who they are. But I still say, you enjoy your life. The fact that this card is right here tells me that your life is not bad. I was about to say as bad. No, I'm gonna say not as bad as what you believe that it is. You have a lot to be proud of. You have loving family members. And if you don't, someone's family loves you. Someone's family does not understand why your family does not accept you for the wonderful human being that you are. I don't know you, and I love you. And you will be okay. You'll be okay. Bullying comes with the territory. I don't know why that is, but it does. But the same thing that I told my daughter, even the greatest celebrities were bullied. The president, I'm sure they were bullied. Barack Obama was bullied. I'm pretty sure the former president was bullied. I'm sure our current president has been bullied. He's bullied now. Your favorite rapper, singer, actor, they've all been bullied. Someone made them feel some type of way. But like them, they kept striving to strengthen their gifts. Sometimes when haters hate on you, that's a sign from the universe that you're on the right path. If you don't have anybody getting on your nerves about stuff, then something's wrong. And I know that doesn't make any sense to you right now. You just want the pain to stop. Why are they picking on me? I just want them to leave me alone. And they will eventually, when they get older. They will. But don't think for 1 second that they're going to be everyone's favorite either. Everyone has dealt with a bully. Even a bully has a bully. Okay? Now, at the bottom of the deck, we have evaluate your priorities. Excuse me. Basically, what this is saying is to stop focusing on them. School should be your #1 priority. 1 second. I think my cat has to go to the restroom. 1 second. Sorry about that. I started to smell something a little weird, and I was like, oh no, my cat is trapped in a room somewhere and probably has to go to the bathroom. But anyways, school should be your primary focus. And I know that you've heard this from your parents and other family folk, maybe even the teachers. You need to focus on your schooling. And I understand the anxiety that you're going through. So I think that it's best that your parents can work with the guidance counselor or set you up with a therapist to help you with your anxiety when you have to deal with these bullies. Because this obviously is focused, I mean, it's affecting your ability to concentrate in school. And I completely understand that. There were times where I was afraid to step foot in the building because I didn't know what was going to happen to me. But keep in mind, if your bully is an athlete or a cheerleader or anything that requires for them to be the face of the school, they're not going to do anything to you. They're just going to talk their smack. And they're going to continue to do it low-key because they don't want their mommies and daddies and their coaches to see what type of person that they really are. Does this make it okay? No, it does not. But I need you to make sure that you speak up for yourself, because, like I said, they're not going to do anything to you because they have too much to lose. Even if a person is not athletic and they're just some random kid that just can't seem to leave you alone, they have a lot to lose too. So, if there are parents that are watching this video and you know that your parent or your child is being bullied, please get them help that they need. Ensure them that they're going to be okay. Don't continue to allow this to happen to your child. Get them into therapy. I don't care how much they try to fuss and fight with you. I don't want therapy. Do what's best for your child because they are developing trauma right now. Those that are watching this right now, you are developing trauma right now because of these things. This is why it's important for you to remain true to yourself. I don't care what anybody has to say about you. There is only one you. And there is only one you for a reason. No one will ever match you. You are authentic within itself. You are the original individual. Everyone is original, but then when they start to change who they are for the sake of someone else, they become carbon copies. They are refurbished versions of another person. Okay? You're over here trying to protect yourself from being talked about, and you got this individual that feels like they have to follow suit with another bully to make fun of you. Because if they don't follow suit, then guess what? They're afraid that that bully's going to look at them as uncool. You see the difference? You're fighting for something that is You are fighting for something that is logical. They are calling themselves falling for something that is more superficial. Okay? You are genuine. I cannot stress this enough. I cannot stress this enough. So, if you like to walk around here listening to J-pop, K-pop, whatever the case may be, there's nothing wrong with that. If you like to come home from school and crack up laughing at Barbie's dream house, there's nothing wrong with that. If you have a fascination with gardening, there's nothing wrong with that. If you have a fascination with visiting people in a nursing home, there's nothing wrong with that. I'd rather you be true to yourself than be out here twerking and talking about inappropriate things that you ain't got no business talking about at your age. I'm not even gonna bring that up, but there are some kids that was making fun of my daughter because of the certain type of music that she listens to. And she mentioned one of the rappers that some of these girls listen to. And I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, honey, please understand. Anybody who takes the time to listen to that type of music, that tells you a lot about what's going on at home. They are definitely they're not as supervised the way that they need to be. "11 years old, talking about grown-up things. Ain't got no business talking about that whatsoever." I just need you to understand how beautiful you are. Okay? So we're going to continue. And I'm going to ask the cards to prove to you just how wonderful you are. Okay? So that was the basis. Sweet universe. This is dedicated to those that are currently viewing this right now. What makes my viewers special? What is it about my viewer right now that makes them stand out amongst the rest? Okay. Because of the length of this video, I don't expect for a lot of people to sit here and listen. But if you do, I want to say thank you so much for taking the time. Even if you got to sit your phone down and if you're cleaning your room, just listening to what I have to say really means so much to me. Because I'm doing this for you. I've been through exactly what you have gone through. And I feel that it is very important for somebody to show you, and also my daughter too, that there is somebody that has dealt with the exact same thing. Maybe a different person, but the pain is very much similar. Okay? So we have the Queen of Swords. So the Queen of Swords is someone who has gone through a lot, okay? Excuse me, I'm over here sliding away from my desk. This person has gone through a lot. And it's interesting because this falls on the be true to yourself. Regardless of what you have gone through, okay? And this is just the beginning. I hope that things get better. Matter of fact, I'm not even going to say that. Things will get better for you. But it's up to you to see it that way. Okay? The Queen of Swords is resilient because she knows loss. So for some of you, you may have experienced a lot of loss in your family. Whatever type of loss that may be. Some of you may have been removed from the home and you're in a foster home, or someone has adopted you, or maybe you're in the children's home. I don't know. But please understand that these things that have happened to you, even if you are a bully yourself, something happened that caused you to react the way that you are. And it all stems from pain. The Queen of Swords knows pain. And she's able to make choices to be compassionate and understanding towards those. Now, being compassionate towards individuals that deliberately do things to hurt you, that is very difficult. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you and say that it's easy, because it's not. As an adult, that's very hard, okay? Because we expect for children to make mistakes. But when it comes to an adult making mistakes and then it continues, we don't look at that as a mistake. We look at that as deliberate actions. So these deliberate actions or mistakes that have been placed upon you, this card is asking for you to understand that things happen, but you are resilient. These things are going to make you strong. These things are going to help push you to become more involved with communication. You won't have to worry about that. One of my biggest things is people leaving me out in the dark. It's part of abandonment issues. But, sorry, my cat is scratching the litter box. I knew she had to go and she's distracting me. 1 second. 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. She was going to keep on scratching away even though she did what she had to do. So, I kind of lost my train of thought, but basically, you're going to, like I was saying, I think that's what I was saying. I'm big on communication now because I never had anyone explain anything to me. It was always, I said so. You know? And so your traumas can help you to further your strengths in certain situations. So you will become a listener, especially if you felt as though your parents weren't listening to you before. You will develop the desire to be compassionate and listening. Does that make sense? And I also believe that you will have a soft spot for people. You will have this desire to want to help people. Because that's what it's all about. Hurt people hurt people. But healed people help people heal. Okay? We have the Strength card that's next. So with this, I could definitely say that this is saying to build up your courage. I don't doubt for 1 second that the universe has your back. The universe, God, definitely has your back. God is watching these people treat you this way. And He doesn't like it. Doesn't like it at all. It's also saying to have a balance. Half animal, lion, half person, but also to be as gentle as this baby lamb or goat. I think that's a lamb. 1, 2. Number 8 turned sideways is the affinity symbol. But I feel that the universe is providing you with unlimited strength. There is nothing that's going to stop you. Your life is not going to end because this person wants to be mean to you. You have a lot of beautiful things coming your way. So while you don't believe that you have the strength, I'm telling you right now, you definitely do. You definitely do. And some don't understand this. You might have a nasty temper, and you could honestly knock somebody clean out if you wanted to, but that's not who you are. So make sure that you have that balance. Continue to be the bigger person. Continue to take the higher road, okay? Continue to elevate. When they go low, you go higher. Okay? We have the 8 of Swords here. So basically, as you can see, this is a woman, and in the mirror, she sees herself as being a victim. This is all in your mind. And those birds, you can say that those birds are your classmates or bullies or whomever, family members, whomever, in your ear, screeching, making you feel as though you're going to be trapped, that you will always be a victim. But if you paid close attention to this illustration, she has this thin thread around her. And her eyes, yeah, it kind of seems like her eyes are not fully blindfolded. She could see. She could see. If she had the strength to understand that those are just chattering birds, she could shoo them away. Because these birds have to blindfold her with their hateful words because they are afraid of her strength and her resilience. But all you have to do is shake it off. Shake it off and realize that they are just chattering birds. I also see this as saying, to express who you are. Be happy with what's going on. Don't let nobody make you feel as though you are unworthy, because that is far from the truth. You are absolutely beautiful. I don't care if you are a boy or a girl. Okay? And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Hierophant. Okay? Now, this is having a role model to me. Having a role model that can help you to see and understand your worth. We live in a time where I appreciate that mental health is starting to become a thing and it is more recognized. But we also have those that try to take advantage of this, and they try to make it about themselves. So they create these false sense of diagnosis, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with them. They will do whatever they can to take the focus off of other individuals and try to make it about themselves. However, to me, I feel like this is saying to allow, okay, first and foremost, I asked what makes you important, what makes you remarkable, what makes you stand out. You are a teacher. The Hierophant represents a teacher. No, I'm not talking about, and it could be the case. You very well may enjoy being a teacher teaching English, math, or whatever. But this type of teacher is someone that has compassion, that will become a pastor, or maybe you're going to be a youth leader, or maybe you're going to be a public speaker, talking about the things that you have dealt with in your childhood. Even now, it's not too late for you to encourage your friends if they're going through things. Okay? So this tells me that you are a lot more blessed than what you think that you are. And those that are picking on you could be blessed too, if they would turn their choices around and actually speak up about what's really bothering them. Do not let anyone silence you, okay? So we're going to go ahead and we're going to close out this reading because I've talked enough. At the end of the day, my zesty baby, you are amazing. I don't care what anybody says. I have a natural gift and I can feel your energy. You are a beautiful person. And it is what is inside of you that they fear the most. Okay? I will continue to do videos like this that will focus on your time as a middle schooler, high schooler. Because like I said, these are the critical moments of your life. And I hope that you stumble upon this video and understand that you are not alone. To this day, I believe that if I allow people to, they would still try to pick on me. And they don't know anything about me. But it is because of the light that I possess that they won't. Because I won't allow them to. When you get my age, it gets to a point to where you don't care about what people think. This is why it's important for you to enjoy your childhood right now. Don't be focusing on tomorrow. I need you to continue to enjoy today. And enjoy being a child while you can. Preteen, I don't care. Look, even if you are in not middle school, but high school and you're about to be a graduate, you're still a child in my eyes. Okay? So that's just how it goes. But just know that I've been there, done that. Okay, so the first card we have stop sensory overload. And it says, if too much is coming at you fast, decrease your stimulation level. Take a break from people, dim the lights, and savor quietude. So with this being said, and this is for my ambiverts, and basically everybody, but introverts, all of y'all. You do not have to engage with people if you do not feel comfortable, okay? Let's put that out there, first and foremost. Do not feel bad because you don't want to talk to a specific person or persons. If they make you feel some type of way, you have every right to just sit in your room and zone out to some good music, cartoons, video games, whatever makes you happy at the moment. No one owes you anything and you don't owe them anything. Okay? The next one, see, that's funny. Remember your gifts. Now we have this coming up twice. Strengthen your gifts. And now this is saying to remember your gifts. And it says, focus on your blessings rather than dwelling on adversity. Pause and give thanks for your gifts, such as your sensitivity, your intuition, your health, friendships, or family. This is far more important. Okay? So like I was saying, it doesn't necessarily mean your gift of throwing a basketball. This is the gift of compassion, sensitivity, like it said, your good health, your keen sense of intuition. Okay? Your friendships and your family. If you are in a healthy environment and you know that your family would do anything for you, I would focus on them because they will never steer you wrong. But if you are dealing with toxic family, then seek out a family of your own. The universe is big. You don't necessarily have to talk to your mother or your father if they are not supportive in any type of way. Because that too can develop trauma. If your if your best friend's family adores you, spend time with them. I'm sure they would understand. Focus on gratitude. It says, don't wait for a crisis to happen to be grateful for your life. Today, focus on what you have to be grateful for. I don't care if you are wearing name or knockoff stuff. I don't care if you're wearing name brand stuff. Be grateful that you have on clothes. Be grateful that your family aren't paying Vera Wang or Coach or Prada prices to get you clothes that you need. Be grateful that you have a roof over your head. Be grateful that you are healthy. Be grateful for your short hair, even if it can't grow the way that it needs to be. It's keeping you cool in the summer. You could dye it different colors. It doesn't matter. Be authentic. Work with what God gave you. Be grateful for your talents. Be grateful that you aren't living in a household such as your bully, where they have to project their nonsense to you. Because like I said, you don't know what's going on in their household for them to behave this way. Bottom card. Identify your emotional triggers. And it says, we absorb the emotions of others that remain unhealed in ourselves. Let me repeat that. We absorb the emotions of others that remain unhealed in ourselves. Notice your triggers, such as anger, fear, and gently begin to heal them. Please understand that these emotions that you're going through right now may not be yours. Sometimes we can be a walking sponge for other people's pain. You ever had that feeling that somebody was staring at you and then you looked and you saw? Or, you know, when you walk past an apartment or a door and you can feel the electricity from the TV because the TV is on? Well, maybe not now because, maybe not now because, you know, televisions have improved over the years, but That's nothing more but just energy. So it's the same way. Imagine you wearing a white t-shirt and somebody, you know, that has toxic energy, or someone that's going through some things, they have chocolate on them because they ate this candy bar. But they want to remain clean. They don't want nobody to see that they have, you know, that they ate candy, so they smear it on you. Now you got the stain from what someone else done to you. See what I'm saying? So that's basically the same thing. Projecting energy onto you. Now, it's going to annoy you that this person smeared chocolate on your clean white t-shirt. But understand that you did absolutely nothing to deserve that. And this can be healed. How? Either A, if you get home in time, you can wash it, or you can get a brand new t-shirt. So there is a way to heal a troublesome situation, okay? So that's the message that I have for you. I really wanted to get this off of my chest. This reading is dedicated to my daughter, but more so it's dedicated to all of you that are silently trying to figure out how to go about these bullies. Again, I cannot stress enough to you that you are not the problem, okay? It is what is affecting these children, or even your parents, or whomever in the family is making you feel this way. There's something that's going on with them that is making them take it out on you. Okay? You are doing absolutely nothing wrong. Alright? The universe sees exactly what's going on, and it has your back entirely. I believe so. You sat here and you watched me shuffle these cards. And the first thing that came out was the universe telling you to be true to yourself. The universe knows exactly what you're going through. Okay? I need you to understand that. You are not alone. You never were alone. You were never alone. All right? So that's all that I have for today. I really hope that you take the time to listen to this video, and if you have to have it on repeat, regardless of how long it is, fall asleep to it. But I need you to understand that you are a remarkable human being. Your life is just beginning. And together, I want to do everything that I can to ensure that you live a peaceful life right along with my daughter. Okay? So I want to share something with you. When life gives you lemons, always keep it zesty. Take care, everyone. Bye.